and we have ourselves another great game. The Texans versus the Packers, with the Texans flying to Lambeau and Green Bay being the favorite by 3 points and the over and under being 47.5. Great game. It's going to be awesome to watch. Let's get in the details of the Packers here. They're 8-2 against the spread in the last 10 games, and they're 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games. So, really, really great to see. You want to see from the Packers. Their new safety, the guy they picked up, his streak just broke last week. He had 5 straight games with an interception, and he didn't get an interception in week 6. So what a good pickup by them. He is really shoring up that back end there for the Packers. They do sign a new kicker this week, and McManus, an old veteran. He played in the Broncos, I believe, for a lot of his years. He was actually in trouble with the NFL, if I believe so, but I think the NFL said that there wasn't enough evidence for it. So Packers get a solid kicker there, and they needed it. The last 2 guys before that, Carlson and that rookie, were just terrible field goal kickers. But before I keep on going on with the Packers here, we have to talk about one major issue here. If the Packers want to play with the big dogs, if they want to be the Super Bowl favorites like people are crowning them already, they have to sit Jordan Love down and tell him stop turning the ball over. The guy has thrown an interception in every game he has started, and he's thrown 6 picks, and he's thrown 6 picks, and he's been hurt for 2 of the games. So the guy's in the top 5 in turnovers, and he's missed 2 games. So he's turning the ball over at a high rate. And, you could get away with that when you're playing low teams that are terrible teams. They've been the Colts, the Titans, and the Rams and the Cardinals. So you could turn the ball over on those crappy teams because you have enough firepower on your team to come back and win. But you can't do that with the Texans. You can't do that with the Lions. These next games they have coming up. You turn the ball over on the Lions, they're going to drop a 30-piece, 40-piece on you, okay? So if I'm the Packers, I'm sitting down Jordan Love and you got to stop throwing the interceptions because it's going to bite them in the butt. They're playing against the Houston Texans. Texans have enough firepower in their team now that they got Mixon back that they could, if Jordan Love decides to throw some picks, they'll turn around and score. So they need to sit down and tell Love to stop turning the ball over because the guy's having a pick a game. It's almost guaranteed to throw an interception. And the Texans have some good defenders. They definitely got better defenders than the Cardinals, the Rams, the Titans, and the Colts. Way better than all of them. But let's get back to the positives of the Packers. They have all-around great weapons. Reed, Watson, Dobbs, Kraft, the tight end. These guys they're loaded with good players everywhere. And the Packers are 10-2 at home against AFC opponents under Matt LaFleur. So the Packers are 10-2 at home against AFC opponents under Matt LaFleur. That's a great stat. You want to see that when you're betting. And they won their last 4 against the AFC. So they've been kicking the AFC teams' asses like Lamar Jackson kicks the NFC's teams' asses. So that's good. That's a really great betting statistic you want to see. Let's talk about the Texans. They're pretty solid. They're pretty great. They come off a blowout win against the Patriots. They win by 20 points, I believe. And they rank 3rd in total defense, 4th in pass defense. The Packers might have some trouble passing the ball. They're 5-1. They're 2-1 when they're playing away from Houston. Big thing for them was that you could tell that Mixon is back. Mixon, behind Mixon was no really good running backs to help him out. But Mixon comes in there and he just adds a spark. Goes over 100 yards rushing, a touchdown. The guy, you could tell he makes a big difference on that team. And since they don't got Nico Collins, that is great. You can just, you can rely on the running game and then use the play action to throw to Tank Dell or throw to Diggs. So they still have great weapons, even though, Nico Collins is not playing the game. So mixing back is really great. Will Anderson had 3 sacks last game, so the Packers got to watch out for him. He can get to the quarterback. 3 sacks. I know it was against the Patriots, but you want to see one of your better defenders just terrorize an offensive line like that when you're playing against crappy opponents. Another good statistic for the Houston Texans. They're averaging 24 points a game, and they're fifth in passing yards, so they can pass the ball. Like I said, they have a lot of good weapons, and 24 points a game is not too shabby. You'd like to see that a little better. I like to see them around 26, 27 points, but they just need to put it more together. And the underdogs have won 5 of the Packers' last 7 games in Lambeau. So I'll repeat that. The underdogs have won 5 of the Packers' last 7 games in Lambeau. So the games the opponents who are, the underdogs coming in Lambeau, they're covering. So that being said, you got 2 killer offenses. Both teams have weapons everywhere, offense, defense. Both these teams are going to make the playoffs. They could probably make a good run deep in the playoffs. So this is a great matchup, great for the audiences. But I keep on coming to just like I said last week with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson owns the NFC teams. He's like 21-2. Well, I got it here. The Packers are 10-2 at home against AFC opponents when Matt LaFleur is as the head coach, and they've won the last 4 against the AFC teams. I think that speaks volumes right there. I think they cover the Packers win, and they cover the 3 points. It won't be easy. Maybe it's a game-winning field goal, and then we push, or a game-winning touchdown. But I like the Green Bay Packers to put up enough points to cover this number and this great matchup that we're all getting to see.